Hi, my name is Parker, and this is Jenna, and we are both finance majors, and we are both in this Huntsman Scholars Lab of Analytical Rigor. And we have decided to kind of just share some of our thoughts and opinions on kind of what analytical rigor means to us in our own specific fields in finance. So something that I wanted to just discuss a little bit is kind of how when somebody says the word finance to me, there's kind of a few things that come to mind, and analytical rigor is something really important to kind of understand about it. Something about that is like financing or investing in certain projects or avenues. And a lot of that, you have a certain goal, or you're wanting to come up with a really accurate prediction. And something that we can use to kind of be a little bit more accurate on that is modeling and financial modeling. Something that I have found that in some of my finance courses is some of the models that we've learned is a few basic models to find a very complex but important model. So analytical rigor is not there to just make things harder to understand. In all reality, it's to break it down and make it more simplified. So understanding those basic models can help us to get to that point of the main complex model. So an example of that is determining the WACC, which is the weighted average cost of capital. You use a couple of different models and different statistics to come up with certain values. And some of those models are just like the CAPM, debt to equity, different stock evaluations, and then dividend growth models, and a bunch of other stuff as well. But it's just kind of those small things that get up to that point. And also, something to consider is the historical data that we have. Obviously, we can't predict 100% correctly, what's going to happen in the future. But using that historical data, we can come up with different predictions, different models, to be able to get to that certain point, to be able to have those accurate predictions.
Yeah, and like Parker was saying, it's important to be able to analyze the firms and their stock evaluation. A lot of this is extremely important, especially in finance, because in many instances, many companies or people are dealing with large amounts of money. And so this is something that's extremely important, especially to be accurate and consistent and precise in what is being modeled and predicted, and to understand what is going on. I am also an international business major as well, and so for me, I really enjoy seeing the broader picture of finance and how that connects to the world. And so for me, I also really liked seeing kind of how it's used in financial forecasting and markets around the world. This is something that's extremely important, especially in our global economy today, where many firms rely on trade with each other. And again, this accuracy and the importance of really clearly understanding what the market value is versus the trade rates is critical to being effective and to making a profit in a firm. A lot of this also comes with foreign trade rates, as currencies are being traded and in other stock exchanges, or even in virtual currencies such as Bitcoin now today. All of these things are important to understand and analyze the value of the firm, the stock, or the asset. And so all of these kind of come together, again, using some of these simpler models to further understand what it is.
So yeah, this is a little bit of just kind of what our thoughts are. And obviously we're still at the basics of everything, but as we continue to progress and continue to research on our own, we can come up with, again, different models and learning a little bit more about not just kind of US, but also international business. And throughout this lab that we've had, we've been able to view the importance of analytical rigor and truly see how it can help us benefit, and as well as the people that we work with in the future. So hopefully you enjoyed this little video that we came up with and learned something about it. But yeah, that's our little presentation about analytical rigor for the Huntsman Scholars Lab. Thank you.